Morning guys, so it's official, we're starting the ensuite refurb now. So I've just been in the loft, there's no isolators as normal, but we turned it off at the tank in the loft. So we know it's dead in the other bathroom, so the water pipe work should now be no water, only what's in the pipes. So first job is get rid of that, get rid of that saw stack, cut it off low level so we can bring it through. We've got to take that joist out. Got to cut the pipes out for the shower, modify the pipes for that, and then at some point we've got to address the heating pipes because they've got to be chased into this brick wall. So that's another job we've got to do today. They've got to come up and out at the height we want, so that's another job today. So today's mainly just pipe work out and readdress some bits and just start getting things ready to go back in again. Okay, so we haven't done badly. Fortunately, there's no pipes going down. They were capped, so we've had to pull that pipe work out. So I don't have to worry about sending pipe work or relinking to a downstairs connection. So that's really handy. So we cut the saw pipe out temporarily and I put a bung in because at the moment, as you can see, it is full of debris from where I've done a little chase, because I've chased that mains pipe back into the wall because we need to clean all this plaster off, and we need to make that good, so it all needs tripping back and then bonding out or doing something with it to make it flat so that it will allow us to put the shower tray back in there. We took all this old pipe work out, we've cut the face of that off so we don't have to do much there. We've just got to make good that. All this pipe work is now out, this joist is out. We've just temporarily, the water's still off, but we've capped the pipes because there's still water in it. So we're just going to clean up the brickwork along the bottom there so we can put a plate across there. Just a small one, enough to carry the plasterboard, so we can reattach the plasterboard from downstairs if needed. And then we've got to cut that lower, put a slip coupler on, or a coupler, and then we've got to come across low level and up and find our centre for our toilet, which we will work out momentarily. It's just a matter of measuring up. We've already got the 700 off the wall, so, and we know the toilet comes off that much, so basically centre of that mark and that mark, and that's where our saw pipe's going to come up for our toilet then. Obviously we've got a branch going there which we're going to cap, and then we've got to come off that for feed the shower, which the shower tray is not here till about midday. It's only 10 o'clock. So let's get the rest of this cleaned out, and then get some pipe work sorted out, get some battens in. We get this 4-inch in first, and then we know where we are with that, and then we can go from there. So as you can see, I'm flush with the plasterboards, but I need to go down at least that much deeper to cut that off, so that I can get my push coupler on there. It's going to be tricky, because I've also got to get a chamfer on that as well. But first things first, let me get this cut. I'm going to have to do it off camera, so I really don't want to nick that pipe. And there we go, all cut off. Need to wash my hands after touching that. Now I've got to get a chamfer on that pipe. Okay, so we've got our coupler on, and we used this little chamfering bit of kit that I got on Amazon for, I think it was 40 quid. Basically just goes, hang on, it will basically go on top of your pipe like that, and you just turn it on with the arrow spinning the right way, and it chamfers your pipe. And we've used it down now. I couldn't really do a video on it there, but what I will do, we've got to cut a piece to go here, so I'll do a video on that for you, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so that's our branch on. We've got our cap on. We've already glued our reducer in there for our 40mm pipe, so that goes all the way in, so that'll come out, feed our shower and our basin. So we're going to come out of there along this joist, and then up and into the hand basin, and then potentially through the original notches there into the shower tray, which we haven't got yet. But things are taking shape, so all I've got to do now is measure from there to our centre line for our toilet, pipe, elbow, up and out, and we're looking good. Okay, so we found our centre mark, which is here, and then we've held our elbow in place, and we just measured the distance inside to inside, which is 71 centimetres or 710, and then we've allowed a 200mm piece to come up through the floor, which our pan connector can then connect to. So we're going to get that in place, then we can see what we've got to work with. Then I can look at putting a batten across the wall here, one bit there and a piece there to carry the floor, and maybe glue something in at the bottom there to help support the ceiling, in case they ever pull the ceiling downstairs. It's coving at the moment, but obviously we need to make sure that it's not just going to drop on them. It shouldn't do, because look in here, that is the wall. So if that's the wall downstairs, this is actually sitting on it. So we should be able to just get away with pinching a bit of timber to it, to here, a little piece, and that'll pinch this in place, stop it from lifting. So that should be all sound and solid. So we've got our pipes cut to length. This is our long one, but obviously as you can see we've got a cut edge, so we need to chamfer it. So we're going to give this a go now. So a little chamfering tool from Amazon. Oh man, that's a game changer, guys. Just look at the chamfer on there. Absolute game changer. What was it? I've got to say, absolutely brilliant bit of kit. Oh, that's a game changer. That is a definite game changer. The amount of times you sit there with a bloody grinder trying to grind it, or a file, that literally seconds, and for 40 quid on Amazon, you cannot go wrong. That's chamfered all my pipes absolutely perfectly. All I've got to do now is put them together. So a little bit of soapy water, both bits. Should be all that's needed if you've got it chamfered right. That's it. So that one, just double check the seal. It's all looking good in there. chamfered makes life so easy. Let's spray this one. Go. We're in like Flynn. Just lift that up a little bit so we get a nice fall. So we're going to pack that up off the floor a little bit so we get a nice gradient fall, and then that's happy days, guys. So we've done the 4-inch waist, as you know. We've lifted some more flooring up for the radiator pipe so we can get a feel for what's going on. We've now got that all in place. So I've just run the grinder. We've run the grinder through that all the way down because that's where our shower mixer is going to go. We've also done it there. So that's where our radiator pipes are going to come up and roughly come out the wall into the valve of the radiator. That's top of rad roughly. So we can get our pipes out just provisionally, and then we can work out once we're above the floor height. If we need to make them a bit high, we can, but if we leave them quite high, we just got to cut them down once we know exactly our radiator height, get our valves in place, get everything dead centered, test fitted, and then I've just got to nip out because I need some reducers. I'm going to come off there because we can just go into 20, we can go into 15 mil now. We don't need 22 mil because it stops there basically. So we've got to come off the hot and the cold. We've got to come hot and cold up there. They can be surfaced because there's a void at the back of the vanity. We're then going to come along the joist, shoot cold up there to our toilet, and come along here, hot and cold up, hot this side, cold that side, out the wall at 150 centres. And then we can then lag all this up, lag the pipes where they're going to be in the wall. And then we can then get some bonding. We can make good all this bit of wall. We've put the mains pipe into the wall now, just covered it. So we'll trim that back, clean all this plaster up, uni-bond all that. We'll then bond that all up, get it all nice and flat. Bond that up. So today's priority really just to get the waste in for the basin, hot and cold for the basin, toilet and shower. The shower tray should be here in the next hour or so. Then we can provisionally measure that out and see where our waste for the shower needs to be, and we can get some pipe work provisionally in place for that. And then tomorrow it will be flooring, heating system, move the radiator pipes, because I don't want to start draining down. I've already drained down enough. I need to get this hot and cold sorted out so that I can get the water back on for them. So I want to get isolators on the basin, isolator on for the toilet. That way then it's all good to go and we're ready for the final second. That'll be ready for second fix basically straight away then. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so we're just trying to get the pipe work provisionally set out. It's not exactly where it's going yet. This is just for the waste for the shower, because now I've seen, because she sent me 3 different shower trays and they were all different waste positions. The one she's going for, the one she's ordered, is actually probably the better of the shower positions for the waste. So let me show you what we've got in mind. Coming out of our side entry on our elbow, we're going to come through to a T. This isn't, not going to glue this. We won't glue any of this until the tray's in, because what I'll do is I'll floor this section, drop the tray in, put the waste on, and then I can come to this side of it, and then I can glue and hard pipe that bit in place, because this will all be, all this lower section here will all be hard pipes. All got a lovely fall on it. It's clipped to the joist there. It's going to be clipped to the wall there. That's a 30 mil for the basin, just provisionally in place. We can always lengthen that if need be. But that's going to be our run for our waste, and then we've got to get, we're going to reduce them down. with some 22 to 15 mil tees. So we're going to do one there, that'll be our hot, and then one there which will be our cold, even though well, this one will be the cold, and then the hot we will do cut back here, and we will do a little step down, up and up there, which we will do once we get that cut. So for now I'm just going to glue all that bottom section in, and we won't bother with that top bit yet until we're ready to go, but at least we'll be ready along there. Okay, so that's now all fully glued all the way around there, under there. I know it's going around the houses, but I wanted to make sure it was clipped, because we've got to put a timber batten there, a timber batten all the way through there to hold the floor in, so needed to get as much accessibility as possible. So now the next job is to connect our hot and colds through, cold up into there, and then up there as well to our shower. Okay guys, so first fix of the plumbing apart from the radiator. We've still got the radiator to sort out, but we've got to lift the whole floor up tomorrow, so I will do all that tomorrow. So this is where we've got to. So hot and cold, teed off, hot all the way across, and then up that first one out there. As you can see, we've got our pipes all nice and level, 150 centres, so we can fill and bond all that in tomorrow over the lagging, make good all that tomorrow when we get the flooring down. The shower tray is here. We've got our waste, that isn't glued, that one pipe there, because what I can do, I can floor just beyond the shower tray, drill the hole, bed the shower tray, then I can hard plumb the trap, because the trap is going to sit there somewhere. It should go straight in if my measurements are correct. Piped in for the toilet, piped in for the basin, all on reducers, so that's all done now. So as you can see at the moment, this isn't piped. That will go higher because that's sitting flat on the floor. We've got to allow for a bed of adhesive yet for the shower tray. So that is going to go higher. So that will miss those, sit just above those pipes, which is more than good enough. Which is why I like using them traps. And then obviously everything else is then piped in accordingly. So we chased out for the radiator. So tomorrow we will drain the heating system down, which is those 2 pipes just there. We've already cut that board out. So tomorrow what we'll do, we'll lift the rest of the boards, bring our rad tails up there and refill the system, just cap them at level. So they're going to go straight into the radiator. So we've got to make sure we get the centres on that right. And obviously then all new floor, bond that wall out, get that all made good, all these holes made good. We'll provisionally put the tray in, and then we will provisionally pipe the waste into the shower, because obviously I'm going to have to allow a little bit of leeway for adhesive, but then that will be absolutely fine. Everything's got a nice fall on it, so everything's looking pretty good. I would have rather they had a centre side waste, which would have made it a bit easier, because then I wouldn't be above the soil pipe and above me pipes for the shower. But it is what it is. It's going to work, so that's fine. There's no issues there. I'm sure there's going to be some people on the comments that are going to say, hey, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, but it's done now. So stay tuned for tomorrow, guys, when we get the rest of this floor up and crack on. It doesn't look like we've got a lot done today, but there's a lot of mucking about trying to get this pipe working, so we'll get there. And don't forget, like, share, follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bye.